Hello, welcome to Stuart in Steerage. This time we're in a different part of the United Kingdom, in the famous city, famous for its colleges and its spiring towers in Oxford. Behind me is Christ Church College, very famous for quite a few things. Primarily it was started by Cardinal Wolsey, a one-time friend and advisor to Henry VIII, until he fell out of favour because he couldn't get the divorce settlement that Henry wanted so he could marry Anne Boleyn. Also, it's famous because during the English Civil War in the 1640s, Charles I made this college part of his parliamentary base after he had to flee from London due to the parliamentary armies invading London, so he made Oxford his city of choice. Also, the college is famous for educating 13 of our prime ministers in the United Kingdom, and also a gentleman called Charles Dobson, who was famous as the name he gave himself of Lewis Carroll for writing the Alice in Wonderland stories. More up to date and probably popular with a lot more people is the fact that the inspiration for Hogwarts dining room and the famous staircases at Hogwarts were inspired by the interior of this college. So we'll carry on our travels around Oxford today, provided I don't get blown away with this blustery rainy weather we're having in Britain, and we'll see what more delights we can find for you. I'll see you later. This is another view of Christ Church College. You could say this is probably typical of a lot of English gardens, obviously not with the beautiful buildings in the background, but at this time of year, at the beginning of June, the gardens in the UK tend to be looking just like this. And as you see, for a college, this is an absolutely magnificent garden. But this summarises Oxford. It's a wonderful city, which I think you'd enjoy. Hello again, guys. Well, as promised, although the weather's looking a little bit dubious, I'll show you a little bit more of Oxford. Let me see if I can get across the road without getting run over. In front of me is the famous Sheridan Theatre, and we'll walk through till we go to the Bodleian Library, so bear with me. Here we go, usual tourists taking the pictures, and we'll walk through here. You may be able to see in the foreground there, famous bridge, which was styled on the Bridge of Sighs, which is in Venice, of course, and Oxford's got its own little mini version of it. We'll just walk through now to probably a scene that a lot of you are familiar with, but this is the famous courtyard of the Bodleian, just to give you a flavour of Oxford. And there we go, this magnificent courtyard. I believe that the Bodleian was originally founded by Sir Thomas Bodley in the 1500s as a college of learning and higher education. Modern day coming through with a van, but there's the beautiful Elizabethan building.